Yeah, I love this competition. It was the first franchise tournament that I played. So always thankful for the opportunity it initially gave me at Islamabad United, and then obviously went on to play for Lahore for a few years and loved my time there. A very special franchise and one that I've got a lot of affection for. And then now obviously with the new team, Rawalpindis, and again it's such an important part of the country, certainly from a cricketing landscape point of view. So to represent Rawalpindis now is also very important, and one that I'm very thankful for. So I love my time. The hospitality is always fantastic. And I like to have a bit of fun and enjoy my time here. Yeah, it has evolved. I think every competition in the world has had to evolve. The cricketing landscape's changed, you have to adapt. But I think you see how far it's come. Look, this year, for example, I think the quality of overseas players, you're seeing some big players who have obviously played all around the world. And obviously going up to 8 franchises now, you're seeing the quality of players across the board, and something that Pakistan obviously were without for a very long time in terms of cricket in the home country, and you just see the passion. Yeah, you just have to look on social media and see how passionate fans are. So hopefully we can have some fans back soon. Yeah, I was always kind of in and out of the international stuff. So I pretty early on sought out some opportunities around the world, and like I said, PSL was definitely one of those opportunities. I was very lucky that I played various franchise tournaments, and that allowed me to play top level cricket and get some crucial game time for my own development. So international stuff, obviously that's long gone now for me, getting a little older, but it was a stage in my career where kind of in and out of the side, but definitely the franchise stuff helped me hugely. Yeah, I think like anything in life, it's very important to you give what you receive. So I try and give out a lot of positivity and immerse myself in the culture. So I'm very lucky that people have kind of taken me under their wing here, and I've created amazing friendships from obviously both franchises and that I played for previously. And like I said, if you throw yourself into something, generally it repays you positively. So it's always the way that I like to approach things, and ultimately try and get the best out of my teammates and myself around me. So it's just my natural approach, and thankfully people have taken to it positively. Yeah, like I said, I think it's very important, like even the bus driver, say good morning wherever I go in the world. You try, and the people who are helping you, just try and break down that barrier and be warm to them. So it's just something that I've always done. I think it's very important, and I certainly think obviously learning a bit of the local language, certainly some of the guys in your team who don't necessarily talk too much English, it builds a connection between you and them. So I find it great fun, and it's great to learn obviously new language and new words along the way. A lot of the boys like teaching bad words, but I'm trying to be a bit more refined than that. Yeah, I remember in Islamabad last year, we went for an amazing barbecue, trying different food, and that was incredible just to get out and see the local culture. That was incredibly positive, and it's something that I love to do. Whichever country you go to go and explore, go and meet new people, immerse yourself in the culture. I think that's really important to do. I'm not very good with spice, so generally, I really like barbecue. So anything that's kind of grilled meat goes down well with me. Yeah, I think it's very strong, very strong. I think obviously for the process of the auction, it's allowed an element of leveling out. So I think across the board, where you probably in the past had 2 or 3 teams which you think they're the strongest, they'll end up in the finals. Now, actually, it could be anyone's. So that's how close the tournament is so far, and I think it's been brilliant. Like I said, the recruitment of overseas players, you're seeing a really top tier caliber of player come. I mean, Adam Zampa commented on it yesterday, and he's one of the very best in the world in terms of leg spin. So to get players like him over here is a huge thing for the league. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing about franchise cricket is the exposure. It doesn't matter how old you are. So even for my age, you can still learn a huge amount from anyone. So yeah, the game moves so fast that actually I find the older you get, the more you're learning from these young guys, and you know how the game's changing and what the young players are doing. So that learning process is definitely both ways. But yeah, I think the talent level in Pakistan is phenomenal. It always has been. So it's just about, you know, picking a consistent team and allowing the team to flourish, I think, because the talent is certainly there. I think we've got, you know, a young batter, Abdullah, who looks a serious talent. He's only played 7 or 8 T20 matches, but he looks fantastic. Saad, the leg spinning all-rounder, is also someone who to keep your eye on. And then even, like, you know, an uncapped player of Yasir Khan. I think he's a phenomenal talent, someone who hits the ball so cleanly. So yeah, plenty of talent to go about. Winning it certainly for Lahore. The first time here at Lahore, very, very special memory. I think, you know, I won with Islamabad before as well, but being in Dubai, of course, anytime you win a trophy is very special, but to win it here in such a tight game against Multan, went right down to the very last ball, and at the home stadium, I think that's very hard to beat.